We're not wasting our last day. Not even noon yet. Jim and I got in a nice 2.5 mile hike with some of that slow going. I kind of left him back there with our resident Canada Jays. I just told him, remember, we're going home tomorrow. You can't stay out too long. Looking back here, and that red squirrel had commandeered the red-breasted nuthatch's food pile. You can hear the pine siskins and the few redpolls calling up in the trees, but it's got a pretty good breeze going right now. We got 2 brats left, so I'll cook up one of those. And I know enough not to wait for Jim. I'm not going to eat your brat, but I'm not going to cook it yet because it's noon now. He's a half mile away, and well, he might be here at 1:30. You never know. Yeah. Oh, I can't sit here. That's plaid on plaid. Jim, you got to sit there.
Yeah, because I wouldn't know where you were.
Yeah, I'd be on camera.
I couldn't find you.
I'd be talking, nobody would be able to see me.
Oh, hey, I just got up, so Marty's out here taking pictures of the birds and making all kinds of racket. I couldn't sleep anymore. Of course, we were hoping the wolves would be out this morning, but they're not howling. And yesterday we actually went out after hearing the wolves to try to find them back on the trail, and we bring a new friend up here with us. It's called Counter Assault. It's for bears, but I'm sure it'll work on wolves in case he ran into any hungry wolves back there.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The day before, Jim was out walking, and he got on a trail, and he started to wonder if he was on the right trail or not, because nobody had really been on it, just deer, and he didn't know if he'd wandered off the trail. And but it's funny, he kept going until all of a sudden wolves started howling ahead of him, and then all of a sudden that was when he decided, I've gone far enough. I don't think I should push on it here anymore. So he turned around, and I could see the strides as he was running back to the cabin. I mean, the steps going out like this, and then there's these strides like how a deer can go through the I mean, I knew you were breathing kind of heavy when you got back here, but now he took his gun and bear spray. Oh,
that is totally. Were you dream about all that stuff? Actually, though, I did come upon the barking and howling back there, but
and that's
I turned around because he was right. I got off on the wrong trail.
Yeah, it just so happened to coincide with that decision was made right when the wolves started howling further down the trail.
Gosh. But anyway.
Well, that was our second to last day. Today is our last morning.
Yeah.
Now, Jim lost his boot. He found his boots. We got all the shoes accounted for. We're in good shape. We're taking off today, but now we got a real good excuse to hang around longer because there's a storm moving through about halfway home down along Interstate 94. And so our excuse is that we're going to wait later because then the storm is going to move by and, we'll have better roads. So we're legal here on stalling around a few more hours, trying to stretch it out just a few more hours. But we got some things we've got to settle here, Jim. Now, this trip, all right, it was really nice. Something got upgraded. Either Jim's phone, U.S. Cellular, all of a sudden, U.S. Cellular, he's taking phone calls here at the cabin.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, that was...
Well, no, I wasn't taking them. I was calling.
Well,
Nobody was calling me.
Yeah, but that brings me to my final point that we really got to talk about.
Leave the phone at home.
No. It was kind of nice, with the power went out at home and I was able to actually talk to Vonnie, and, we had that big ice storm went through right after we left. We've had great weather up here. We've had a few cloudy hours, but otherwise it's been fantastic. The rest of the nation, I can't say so much for. But anyway, is really nice having that phone working rather than texting, through my inReach device, which works good. But we're sitting here the other night, cabin ambiance, and his phone goes off, and it's a spam call.
Oh yeah, I did get a couple spam calls.
Yeah, no, that was a first, and very unsettling to have a phone ringing into cabin number one, and then to have it a spam call. Yeah, we just can't have that. All right.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I put it on mute, but it's not my fault that somebody spammed me.
Well, okay, well, just could have to have some ground rules here with all these modern communications. I mean,
No, it was, but it was kind of shocking that you could call right from outside the cabin anywhere you want to call.
Yeah,
and at one time you weren't able to do that.
Well, I was really great. I sent a text to Vonnie yesterday morning and said, hey, would you really check on the weather and find out the actual hours here of the storm moving through? Because there's no sense in us driving through a snowstorm if we can wait for, maybe 4 hours and have good roads. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Yep, he could have got that same information off of his inReach.
Yeah, it would have been a lot of texting and things.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where it was kind of nice, I have to admit, because I called home too. So, but it was good.
It was good. Well,
I see the Gray Jays are eating out there this morning.
Well, yeah, I wanted to get some little footage of our red-breasted nuthatches and maybe the Canada Jays again. The ones we have here, these aren't our resident pair. They've moved on, as we've talked about.
They found us out there too.
I know, but I don't know what Gray Jays do. But Canada Jays, Uh-oh.
Murray's story about me running, you know what happened? The whole truth and nothing but the truth. He'd been hitting that Jameson this morning. It's gotta be it. Yeah, look where it's sitting, right next to him. You only about have a bottle left. Right, Mark?
Well, like Paul Harvey. Now, for the rest of the story.
Yeah, Paul Harvey was a good guy.
I go to bed early and I lay down there working a crossword puzzle. Jim sits in this chair with his Kindle reading. So,
Black Autumn. It's a good story.
all right. So if there's a bottle next to this chair, there's a reason for it.
Well, you don't want to. I mean, it's nice to have a bottle next to you.
I gotta say again,
I have no excuse.
I gotta say again, I mean, no, I'm saying this seriously, folks. We're not drinkers. We have a little, this has been, 8 days, 2 guys, a little I get a really little sip. Maybe Jim gets a little bigger one. I don't know what he does after I go to bed. But anyway, we don't have a drinking problem.
No. It's nice, after, we work hard out here and we play hard. And it's nice to, you get in the cabin, all the dishes Marty's a great cook. Cooking's done, dishes are done, and you kind of sit back and relax and listen to some cowboy music. And I think it's natural. You sit down and nice little sipping.
Well, and after that, what did we have last night? Supper.
Oh, God, walleye. Man, that was good.
We stopped at Walleye Don's, and he said out here, he says, this package ought to do you. Oh, my gosh. I told Jim when we got done, I think we each ate 2 walleye. And they weren't the little 12-inch slivers either.
They were good. Jeez.
There were some good slabs there.
But all the cooking's been good out here. Mark's a good cook. We had steak. We had a lot of venison. We had a chicken. Breakfasts have been good.
Excuse me. I'll edit that out.
But it's all been good. We've always eaten. Have a drink.
That's my problem.
And we've always eaten off of clean dishes. So.
Yeah, I go to bed. Jim still do dishes for me.
He's snoring away over here. And I'm slaving away at the table doing the dishes. But I don't complain about it because I eat good to do it. So it's worth it.
I can't believe how many pots and pans I can get dirty on one meal sometimes.
Marty, I think you get dishes dirty just so you can watch me wash them.
I mean, it's just like, come on. But I mean, you may use a pan for just one little thing, and then, you know, yeah, naturally I have to wash it, but I can, I don't know how you do it, but you do it. But I don't care.
We put up with some things. Like when Jim does the dishes. I'm around here all the time, and I have anybody in their kitchen. You've got a pattern, and this is where things go. Well, with someone else here, and it's not Jim's fault, but I'm trying to find that the 10-inch heavy bottom fry pan. Well, I always hang it here. Well, where did my fry pan go? Well, here it is. It's hanging over with the cast iron stuff behind the stove. But I can live with that. I don't say a word. No, I don't say a word. It's worth it. I'll find it.
So, Marty, do you think that happens that way because you do so many dishes? I'm trying to hide them so you don't use them, and you concise to maybe using one frying pan instead of 5.
If it really mattered, Jim, I would take a picture and I'd hang it in the wall so we knew where Martin wants everything. If that was that important.
Well, look at all these nails. I mean, you got stuff hanging
Well,
all over the place in here. Yeah. Oh, God.
a spot for everything and everything in its spot.
Yeah. I just can't keep up to where I put.
Well,
I try to put everything back where it goes, but
you better get with it, because if our eyesight starts to fail sometime when we're back here, you kind of got to remember where everything is.
God, that'd be pretty sad if that happened.
I know it, but I mean, we don't want to give up coming.
Yeah, how the heck are you going to get it back here with no eyesight?
Well, we get enough rope, we'll tie a rope from the road all the way in. We just follow the rope.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
that would work. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the way these.
3 miles worth of rope. Yeah, that'd probably work.
Well, the way modern society is, maybe we'll be able to have something on the snow dog where it'll know the track, and we just got to get on it and just.
Hey, you
punch
can
in cabin.
Punch in
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That'd work.
Now, if we can get a spam call in the cabin, I think we can work on this.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
When that phone off the other night, I'm like, oh no, this is just. I didn't want to say anything, but. All right, well. Okay, we're gonna have some Avani cereal for breakfast.
Oh, that's good cereal.
That way, we're only gonna get 2 little bowls dirty. And
No.
Then we gotta
You watch. You come back. There'll be bowls out here. There'll be cups and spoons and several different kinds, though. I mean, 1 spoon, 2 spoons is all you need. There'll be a spatula out here and a big dipping spoon and.
These caramel rolls were disappearing so fast that I hid the last 2 and put them in a bag over there. So we've got that for our breakfast dessert.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, I can handle that.
Well, I guess you can.
Yeah, they're pretty good. How many pies do we have left? We didn't have one last night.
No, there's a pie over here.
We ate too much last night.
Yeah, we couldn't. We had so many walleye that we couldn't even have dessert. Now that's how many walleye we had.
Oh, hey, last night, the wolves were out last night, but we went back out. I heard them, but they have a deep howl. I mean, not like a coyote, but man, these things are just fun to listen to.
All right.
What?
Cereal time.
Okie dokie. See everybody later. Be doing dishes later. All right.
Oh, now we know it's all over. The outside deck's being put away. Shutters are on all the windows. Got a little smoke out the chimney, but that'll be gone by the night.